It is week number 9 of the high school football season, and tonight the Rangers of Eastlake North made the trek down here to the capital of Geauga County to take on your Chardon Hilltoppers. How you doing, everyone? Matt Jaworski, Ryan Radke with you on this one as we get you set for what should be an entertaining contest between these two schools. Ryan, North coming off an emotional and hard-fought victory in the Civil War, 10-3 over South, and meanwhile, Hilltoppers, we saw them last week, they just dominated Mayfield.
Yeah, Hilltoppers coming off of a really impressive victory over those Wildcats. That's 2 weeks in a row where offensively, defensively, everything has been clicking for the Hilltoppers, and they're going to look to keep that going against a Rangers team tonight. Like, as you said, Matt, they're coming off a victory over their arch nemesis, so they're feeling pretty good, the Rangers, coming up here tonight. Indeed,
and for Chardon, the mission is clear. You got to come out, you got to play clean football, and you got to get yourselves in a position to not only win the game, but to be healthy going into Week 10.
Yeah, plan number 1, make sure everyone is healthy. Plan number 2, play good, clean football. Let's limit those penalties. If there's something you could look at last week for Chardon, it was those illegal procedures, those false starts, the early going. That's what they're going to want to see if they can tamp down on some of those things this week.
Well, folks, we invite you to stick around. A lot coming up, including pregame festivities here from Chardon Memorial. We'll take a break and come right back with more.
The Chardon Hilltopper Gridiron Club, in association with GTV, proudly presents Chardon Hilltopper Varsity Football. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Chardon Gridiron Club, Burr Funeral Home, Chardon Smile Center, Achilles Running Shop, Ashes Mayfield Window Cleaning Company, Best Funeral Homes, The Junction Auto Family, Precision Orthopedics Specialties, PRP and Associates, Roniak Paving, Sopchak Natural Health and Wellness Center, and Fit for Life Physical Therapy, TJ Smith Excavating, Remax Tradition, Dan McCaskey and Terry Combs, Residence Artists, El Patron Mexican Grill and Cantina, and the Chardon Athletic Boosters. Special thanks for supporting the Gridiron Club goes to the Lodge at Bass Lake, We Were Athletes, Chardon Home Depot. Chardon Hilltopper Football is also brought to you by GTV.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This evening, we are very pleased and proud to present our 34 Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band seniors and their parents. We are very proud of them and all of their accomplishments. We're going to miss them all very much next year. Let's give a big round of applause for our seniors and their parents. Our first senior is Chris Bednar, escorted this evening by his parents, Beth and George Bednar. Chris plans to attend college after CHS for a business degree. Our next senior is Lillian Bile, escorted by her parents, Lori and Aaron Bile, and her grandmother, Gloria Kortansky. Lillian plans to attend Lakeland and Cedarville, focusing on cyber security. Our next senior is Aiden Blumel, walking the 50 this evening with his parents, Lawrence and Christy Blumel, and his brother, Ryan. Aiden plans to attend a 4-year college after graduating from Chardon High School. Our next senior is TJ Desipeda, escorted today by her parents, Elmer and Tess Desipeda. TJ plans to attend a four-year college after graduating from high school. Our next senior is Gloriesia Dunn, escorted this evening by Veronica Dunn and Shirley Gossett, and her brothers and sisters, Zamayuri, Admire-Me, Passion, Madison, and Jazarian. Gloriesia plans to attend Alabama or Kent to major in business. Our next senior is Ryan Dvorak, escorted by his parents, Kathy and Bill Dvorak. Ryan is a member of our saxophone section. He plans to attend The Ohio State University and major in mechanical engineering. Our next senior walking the 50 is Savannah Flesher, escorted by her mom, Jessie Flesher, and her brother, Brett Flesher. Savannah plans to attend the University of Cincinnati and major in nursing. Our next senior is Faith Fox, escorted by her parents, Jamie and Mitch Fox, and Reese Fox. Faith, congratulations to her, has been accepted to her dream university, Brown. Our next senior is Rebecca Fullerman, escorted by her parents, Matt and Elizabeth Fullerman. Rebecca plans to attend a four-year university focusing on sports management and marketing. Our next senior is Kellen Gornt, escorted by his parents, Shona and Jeff Gornt. Kellen plans to attend the Navy for cybersecurity after graduating from Chardon. Our next senior is Parker Hegret, escorted by his parents, Kathy and Brad Hegret, and his brother and sister, Amelia and Corbin. Parker plans to attend a four-year college after graduating from Chardon. Our next senior is Autumn Jones, escorted by her parents, Matthew and Dee Dee Jones. After graduating from Chardon, Autumn plans to join the workforce and focus on the culinary industry. Next, walking the 50-yard line is our field commander, one of our field commanders, Charlotte Johns, escorted by her parents, Amy Roediger and Kelly Johns. Charlotte plans to attend a four-year college to study multimedia journalism, film, public speaking, and communications. Our next senior walking the 50 is Ryan Kleinhens, escorted by his family, Kathy and Joe Kleinhens, and sister Sarah. After graduating from Chardon, Ryan plans to attend a four-year college. Our next senior is Jennifer Kogovsik, escorted by her parents, Lori and Frank Kogovsik. After graduating from Chardon, Jennifer plans to attend a four-year college. Our next field commander is Evan Kuhl, walking the 50 tonight with his parents, Elaine and Donald Kuhl. After graduating from Chardon, Evan plans to attend a four-year college. Our next senior is Morgan Kuzma. Morgan is walking the 50 with her parents, Jennifer and Edward Kuzma, and her brother, Jack. Morgan plans to attend a four-year college to pursue a chemistry degree. Our next senior is Jake Machuzak, escorted by his parents, Jody and Joe Machuzak, and his sister, Mia. After graduating from Chardon, Jake plans to attend The Ohio State University or Ohio University. Our next senior is Abby Marinchik, walking the 50 tonight with her parents, Julie Marinchik and Brad Marinchik. After graduating from Chardon, Abby plans to join the workforce. Our next senior is Brianna Massey, escorted by her parents, Joe and Paula Massey, and her brother, Michael Massey. After graduating from Chardon, Brianna plans to attend a four-year college. Our next senior is Elias May, walking the 50-yard line with her parents, Aaron and Angela May. Next year, she hopes to attend Kent State University after graduating from Chardon. Our next senior is Riley McNamee, escorted by her parents, Jill and Steve Bion, Jeremy Walsh, Colton Bion, and Fallon Bion. After graduating, Riley plans to attend Kent State for acting and fashion design. Our next senior is Allison Milks, escorted by her parents, Brian and Michelle Milks. After graduating, Allison plans to attend The Ohio State University or Cincinnati and intends to study architectural engineering. Our next senior walking the 50 is Brooke Mish, escorted by her parents, Kelly and David Mish. After graduating from Chardon this May, she plans to attend a four-year college. Up next, we have Jillian Morrison, escorted by her parents, Aaron Carrick and Dean Morrison. After graduating, Jillian plans to major in biomedical engineering at a four-year college. Our next senior is Ethan Merklis, escorted by his parents, Lisa and Bill Merklis. After graduating, Ethan plans to attend The Ohio State University. Our next senior is Aiden Murphy, walking the 50-yard line with his parents, Les and Karen Murphy and Felix Murphy. After graduating, Aiden plans to attend Kent State, focusing in zoology. Up next, Alex Peterson is walking the 50 with his parents, Morton and Megan Peterson. After graduation, he plans to attend college and major in mechanical engineering. Our next senior walking the 50-yard line is Madison Primps, escorted by her parents, Mike and Michelle Primps. After graduating from Chardon, Madison plans to attend a four-year college. Up next, we have Sayla Rogers, escorted by her parents, Autumn and Philip Rogers, and her brother, Keenan Rogers. After graduating, Sayla plans to attend Grove City College. Our next senior is Carmela Rosales, escorted by, with her fan club in the audience, is escorted by Regina Rosales, Michael McDonald, and her niece, Adelina. After graduation, Carmela plans to attend Kent State University. Our next senior walking the 50-yard line is Gabriella Santa Maria, escorted by her parents, Holly and Jason Santa Maria. After graduating from Chardon, Gabriella plans to join the workforce. Our next family, escorting Finn Snyder, is his parents, Jake and Sonia Snyder, and his siblings, Grant, Ty, and Lincoln. After graduating, Finn plans to attend Kent State and major in nursing. Our next senior is Chelsea Stanish. Chelsea's walking the 50-yard line tonight with her father, Tom Stanish, and hopes to attend Bowling Green State University to study forensic chemistry or drug analysis. Our next senior is Thomas Wilkinson, walking the 50-yard line tonight with his parents, Matthew and Tracy Wilkinson, and his sister, Melody. After graduating, Thomas plans to attend The Ohio State University. Our next senior is Jocelyn Coles. Jocelyn is walking the 50 with Jennifer and Lucas Reed and her brothers, Logan and Beckett Coles. Jocelyn plans to attend Ohio State and major in chemical engineering. Our next senior is Sean Collins, escorted this evening by his sister, Emma Collins. After graduating from Chardon, Sean plans to attend Case Western Reserve University or Kent State and major in biochemistry. We have an extremely strong senior class audience. If you can't tell, they've done a great job this year. They are outstanding leaders. As I mentioned before, we're really going to miss them. Please give them all and their parents a big round of applause. And before Mr. Herner takes back over, parents, if you haven't picked up your flower yet down in the band end zone seats, please do so. We'll be back with pregame in a few minutes. Thank you, everyone.
The Chardon Hilltopper Gridiron Club, in association with GTV, proudly presents Chardon Hilltopper Varsity Football. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Chardon Gridiron Club, Burr Funeral Home, Chardon Smile Center, Achilles Running Shop, Ashes Mayfield Window Cleaning Company, Best Funeral Homes, The Junction Auto Family, Precision Orthopedics Specialties, PRP and Associates, Ronyak Paving, Sopchak Natural Health and Wellness Center, and Fit for Life Physical Therapy, TJ Smith Excavating, Remax Tradition, Dan McCaskey and Terry Combs, Residence Artists, El Patron Mexican Grill and Cantina, and the Chardon Athletic Boosters. Special thanks for supporting the Gridiron Club goes to the Lodge at Bass Lake, We Were Athletes, Chardon Home Depot. Chardon Hilltopper Football is also brought to you by GTV.
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing the 2023 Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band. The band is being led onto the field by drum major Evan Kuhl. Tonight the band is dedicating their pregame performance to all of our supportive marching band parents who will be invited onto the field for the national anthem. Okay, Topper fans, put your hands together for OSU's Buckeye Battle Cry. All right, Hilltoppers, let's keep the excitement going. Put your hands together for the Hey Song. Marching band parents, please enter the field and stand next to your band member. Tonight we would like to recognize all of our dedicated marching band parents, from purchasing instruments and supplies, transportation to and from practices, and especially for your encouragement and support of the marching band program. We thank you. Let's have a big round of applause for all of our marching band parents.
stand on the ladder.
You understand? You just said, can I crawl up there with him? Let's shake it.
Would you now please stand if you are able, and gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor our country with the national anthem and remain standing for the Chardon High School alma mater.
Come your Chardon Hilltoppers! Welcome back, everyone. Chardon Memorial, Matt Jaworski, Ryan Radke with you. Just about 2 minutes or so away from kickoff of tonight's Western Reserve Conference matchup between your Chardon Hilltoppers and the Rangers of Eastlake North. You look at this one, Ryan. Records, 3-5 for the Rangers, 5-3 for the Hilltoppers. Conference right now, the Hilltoppers sit in second place, tied with Riverside, 2-1. 1-2 the mark for North. This is a big game for the Hilltoppers in a sense where there were some games played last night. Chardon gained a spot in the computer point standings, and a win tonight, based on how the schedule is going to be playing out for a couple teams in front of them, they should move upwards to at least 10, if not 9, maybe potentially the 8th seed by the end of the night.
Yeah, this is going to be an important game for the Hilltoppers for a number of reasons. You come out here, you got a Rangers team that they're coming off a win. They've got 3 wins on the year. They're going to give you a good test, and you want to make sure you come out here, play well. Make sure you lock down this W because you're going to be sitting at 8 at the end of this week, and a lot will be determined then by the outcome of next week's game. But you can't look ahead to next week. You got to be thinking about the Rangers first. So it's an important game for the Hilltoppers tonight.
Well, indeed it is, and Hilltoppers did win the coin toss. That means that they will defer. So they will receive the ball to start the third quarter. They will kick off, and You look at these Eastlake North Rangers. They've got momentum in their favor coming off that big emotional win last week against South. But on the flip side of things, certainly helps if they actually go on the right side of the field as well.
Little confusion about who was defending which end zone. We got it all sorted.
Hey, officials are on top of their game already here in pregame.
Well, they figured it out.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
I was kind of wondering why North was lining up on that side of the field, but I digress. Coming off that big emotional win, and it's a question that I didn't have a chance to ask Coach Dodd prior to the game, but how do you keep your emotion in check going into this one after such a big victory last week against your arch rival?
Well, what you hope is you can ride that win and build momentum off of it, right? So you hope you're taking that good energy you have from getting that win. Look, no one who's been around is a stranger to the fact that has been a tough rivalry for the Rangers. They do not have a lot of wins in that rivalry, even though recently you could argue they've been the better team the past few years. They got one last week, and you just hope you could build momentum off of that win.
Well, the Hilltoppers have been building some momentum, Ryan, and it's come upon some Western Reserve Conference foes. After that loss to Kenston to open league play, 2 straight dominant wins, and I think dominant's been a key word.
Yeah, and the way they played, you hope they could keep that rolling and come out again. They've been, again, outside of, as we talk about every week's penalties, they've been firing on all cylinders on both sides of the ball and special teams.
Well, the return man going to try to move his field, but nothing going for Rayante Lowry, who really is the guy to watch on this Eastlake North roster.
Yeah, he's going to be returns. He's going to carry the football. I think he ran the ball 23 times in the second half last week against South, and he's probably their best defensive player. So number 5 for the Rangers, Lowry, you're going to be hearing his name a lot tonight.
Zach Rummel is the QB. Zach has been the starter for about 2.5 years, and he has done a fine job managing this squad. Big task tonight, though, with that Hilltopper run stop defense. They will give it up to Lowry, up the gut, nothing going there, maybe just a couple yards. But run defense is what the Hilltoppers have done best this year.
Yeah, and, we were talking to Coach Dodd before the game, and, he kind of told us, look, I can't shy away from the run. That's what we do well, and that's what I like to do. He said they'll take their shots. They'll look for those passing ability when they're open, but they're not just going to come out here and not run because of the Chardon defense. It's what they do.
A lot of teams have tried. Very few have succeeded. They're going to hand it off again. Lowry looking to make a cut. Nowhere to go. He got hit.
Able to get about a yard maybe before being brought down, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. Columbian on the stop.
Well, you look at that defensive line for the Hilltoppers. Guys like Kyle Kistley, a senior, 6'3", 215. Caleb Schutzman, the senior, 6'2", 250. Austin Lazinski, 6'3", 211. Maddox Ciancibello, the senior, 5'10", 195. All been impact players this year. Maddox, as a matter of fact, apparently celebrating his birthday this week. At least that's what the scoreboard says. Rummel dropping back to throw. Now he's going to step up in the pocket, looks toward the sidelines, and throws incomplete.
He was trying to get that football down the field there to Ivory, but that was well short. I more think he was just throwing that football to avoid a sack in the direction of a receiver. Nice job by the Hilltopper defense to force a 3-and-out.
Well, and you got to give Rummel credit because he had, if he wasn't paying attention, I'm just going to chuck it out. He could have gotten picked off by that throw to the sidelines, but he made sure no one was going to catch it. North going to go for the trick play. They've got a man open down the left side of the field. It's caught at the 40, 45, across the 50 and down inside the 45-yard line. The Rangers on a fake punt get a huge first down and move the chains.
You gotta like that. You had Rummel back there lining up to take the punt, but he's your QB. He throws. You had a wide open guy, and like the aggressiveness from Coach Dodd, he told us down there when we talked to him that he was not coming up here just to avoid losing. They were coming up here to try to win, and he makes a big play early in this game. Big play call there as players execute.
North will send a receiver, far side 2 to the right. 2 backs in the backfield. Rummel from the gun. Dropping back to pass. Going to look to throw left side down the sideline. Ball in the air. Incomplete. Was looking that time for number 3, Isaac Wilson, the senior, 6'0", 160, but too far in front of him.
Too far in front of him. He didn't really have a window to get it to him. A.J. Bruce was covering him step for step there. And you had the safety coming over to help as well. That was a real tight window for Rummel to try to throw into.
We'll bring a 2nd down and 10 now from the Hilltopper 43-yard line. You look at the linebackers tonight for Chardon. We're going to see Ken Freehoff, the senior, 6'4", 205. Alexander Ash, the junior, 5'11", 176. Beckett Dotson, the junior, 6'0", 186. And Tyler Malloy, the senior, 5'9", 187. Wilson goes in motion, going to line up left side. And an illegal procedure call will be coming against the Rangers.
Yeah, North going to go back 5 yards here as had someone leave early.
Secondary tonight for the Hilltoppers. Caleb Hewitt, the junior, 5'10", 167. A.J. Bruce, the senior, 5'11", 185. Your 2 corners. The safeties tonight, Braden Morena, the senior, 6'2", 183. Leo Columbia, the senior, 6'3", 214. And we're also going to see some Brandon Schmotter as well, the senior, 5'11", 163. Bring in North starters after this play.
This is when the Hilltoppers really come at you defensively, when you as an offense get yourself behind the chains.
Direct snap to Lowry. Makes a cut coming near side about the 45. Will make it 3rd down and short. Lowry, the senior, 5'11", 180. His backfield mate is Austin Gracie, the senior, 5'9", 185. Mentioned Zach Rummel, the senior QB, 6'3", 175. Receivers tonight for North, we're going to see Steve Kamek, the senior, 5'11", 175. Isaac Wilson, the senior, 6'0", 160. And Jack Bumies, the tight end, a senior, 6'0", 195. 3rd and 12. Rummel looking, and put it up in the air left side. And that ball is intercepted. Turning around. Getting some blockers. Racing up the field is Bruce. Bruce gets away. Flags come out across the 20. Makes a couple cuts, and Bruce out of bounds outside the 25.
We're going to have to see what this flag at the 21 is to see where the Hilltoppers start this drive, but either way, that was a big interception by Bruce, and similar, Zach Rummel overthrows his receiver again, and A.J. Bruce basically was just waiting. He was standing out there like an outfielder waiting for that ball to come down and bring that one in. So big takeaway for this Hilltopper defense. Penalty's going to go against Chardon, though, so it's going to be a long field for this offense.
Well, Hilltoppers, after giving up that trick play 1st down, get the INT here with 9 minutes to go. Going to be 1st and 10 Toppers from their own 10. And Will Francis going to give it up. Drago Vuyaclia coming around the near side, and Vuyaclia across the 15 out near the 17. Drago's had a nice season so far. 36 carries, 282 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
That's a good run to get the offense started. You get working to the outside early, and you pick up 9 yards on it.
Vuyaclia, a senior, 5'10", 181. Will Francis, the QB, sends Caleb Hewitt in motion. Going to be Francis keeping it himself. Picks up the 1st down across the 20, spun around and dropped around the 26. Francis, the senior, 5'9", 160. He's going to have about 3 or 4 running backs behind him tonight, including Vinny Columbia, the fullback, a junior, 5'10", 193. A.J. Bruce, the senior, 5'11", 185. And also Caleb Hewitt, the junior, 5'10", 167.
They'll mix it up. They'll get all those guys involved going in different directions. It becomes really difficult for a defense to stay with the football against this Hilltopper offense.
1st and 10. The give is to Columbia. Makes a few cuts. Columbia across the 40 to the 45, and he just tripped up on his own feet. Oh, my goodness. He almost pulled that one out.
And that was a great Great run by Vinny Columbi. Nice job seeing the field. He was sweeping to the outside. He immediately saw that gap in front of him, turned direction, ran through the hole, and picked up the big gain in the first down.
Well, with that run, Columbi's topped 400 yards on the year. Second leading rusher on this team. Francis dropping back to pass. Going to look to throw. Ball's caught by Hewitt. He somehow tiptoed the sideline, stayed in bounds. Oh, but there's a flag.
Now we've mentioned that the penalties have been a problem for the Hilltoppers. They already had one on that interception return.
Holding against Chardon.
So that's 10 yards, and that'll push them back to first down and 20.
While we have a brief moment here, let's introduce the offensive line tonight. From left to right, we've got Tredell Graves, the junior, 6'3", 255. Colin Udath, the senior, 6'2", 230. Vince Mileto, the junior, 6'2", 236. Trevor Winters, the sophomore, 6'3", 295. And Logan Bryant, the senior, 6'0", 255. Bruce trying to get around the right side. No. He's knocked out of bounds by Lowry. Tight ends for Chardon. We'll see Andrew Baggett, the sophomore, 6'5", 270. And Charlie Brock, the senior, 6'0", 202. Zach Henneman, the senior, 6'1", 185, and Derek Galanak, the senior, 5'10", 166 are your two main split ends. Also expect to see some Leo Columbi as well in that position. It is second down and 23 Hilltoppers. Speaking of Leo Columbi, split end near side. Pitch it. Coming left side. Caleb Hewitt, running room. Hewitt knocked out of bounds around the 40. Pickup of about 8 on that play or so.
That's a big pickup. Unfortunately, that penalty had you back behind the chains, so you're still looking at second down and about 16 here, or third down, I should say, at about 16 here.
Up front for the North Rangers tonight on defense, Samson Conch, the junior, 6'4", 180. Eric Cano, the junior, 6'4", 180. And Navin Woods, the senior, 6'4", 215. From a weight standpoint, the lightest O-line that D-line that they're going to be seeing this year. Francis flushing out, going to pitch it. Right side, Hewitt makes a nice cut. Gets across the 45, down to about the 46, shy of the first down. And Galanak and the punting unit will come out in the field.
Yeah, so that's an example of what we've been talking about, Matt, a drive that gets stymied by a penalty. With a competition coming, it's going to be really difficult to keep absorbing these penalties. You really need to clean up that part.
Chardon was on the move and then just got trapped.
And the drive started further back than it should have because of a penalty.
Galanak, a high punt, fair catch called for, and fair catch made out near the 10.
It's a great punt there by Galanak. So Chardon flips the field on the Rangers here. The Rangers had Chardon pinned back on their own 10. Now it's the Rangers pinned back on their own 10.
Talked a little bit about the Rangers offense. Didn't mention their O-line tonight. From left to right, Rashawn Washington is senior, 6'2", 220. Nathan Gangloff, the senior, 6'0", 230. Peyton Komara, the junior, 5'8", 220. Looking to run the football, nowhere to go. Hilltoppers just getting back there and making life miserable for North. Right guard is Owen Sinek, the senior, 5'10", 220. And Eric Kovac-Uzi, the sophomore, 5'9", 200.
Schutzman comes in, gets the stop. It's for a loss of 3, so North already facing a long field, now going to be a little bit further back, 2nd and 13 on about their own 8 here.
Rummel under center. will hand the ball off, going right side. Lowry, nowhere to go, just strung out. And he may have lost a couple more yards.
Yeah, nice job there by the Hilltoppers to stay with that run there, not give him a corner to turn. And, yeah, I think he went backwards again, Matt. I think you're right. More yards lost. So 2 attempts at a run here by the Rangers, and the Hilltoppers have sent them in the wrong direction. Now 3rd and 15 on their own 6.
Well, this is where the Hilltoppers D can be so dangerous. They just suffocate the run. You try to pass, and those defensive linemen and linebackers can get in there and disrupt things in a hurry. Quick throw out left side. It is caught, but a great group tackle right there by the Hilltoppers. No gain on that play. Braden Morona in there to help make the stop.
Well, that was a good job by Rummel just to get that ball out of the end zone, Matt. The Hilltoppers had the pressure coming, and he was able to get the ball out to a receiver. It all ends up going for about no gain. That play started at the 6, looks like it ended at the 6. I think we had a flag.
Procedure call against the Rangers. Hilltoppers will decline, and that will bring up 4th and long.
Well, this is a really short field to punt with here. You know the Hilltoppers are going to be bringing the pressure.
Taddick back to punt. Gets the kick off. Bruce calls for it. Well, did not make the fair catch. Able to scoop it up, though, right at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, the guy coming down the field, Dayton Titchinger, had already decided that Bruce had called the fair catch and peeled off and wasn't actually looking at Bruce when Bruce dropped the football. So Bruce able to fall on that one, and it's a nice short field for this Hilltopper offense at the 35 of the Rangers.
Now let's see what Chardon's O can do right now. .4:16 to go here in the first quarter. No score from Chardon Memorial. Francis up the middle, now cutting left. Francis across the 25 down near the 20, and it's a first down Chardon.
There's a flag, Matt. It is not a first down Chardon. This is going to be, I believe, a call here against the Hilltoppers. Should be a hold, I think. Yep. Already 3 penalties against the Hilltoppers here.
Can't imagine the frustration right now going through the coaches. You have another big play wiped off. Francis will give it to Drago, and Vuyaklia going nowhere on 1st and 20.
Nice work there by that Ranger defense. They've got the Hilltoppers back behind the chains at 1st and 20, and Vuyaklia able to pick up a couple yards. That's about it. Puts it at 2nd down and 18. You're in a position here where if you're Chardon, if you can gain enough on the next 2 plays, you're in 4-down territory. So you could have 3 shots here to pick up these 18 yards.
Francis will keep it himself and go up the middle. Francis makes a couple guys miss. Powers his way down near the 32-yard line. Not a bad gain. Going to bring up 3rd down and manageable.
Francis made the right decision there. Pulled that football back, took it himself, ran it right up the middle. Did a nice job opening the A-gap for him. He goes right through it and sets up a 3rd down and 8. Now you are definitely in 4-down territory here if you're the Hilltoppers. So you have 2 plays to pick up these 8 yards and keep this drive going.
Bruce and Galanak split end right side. Hewitt goes in motion. They fake it to Hewitt. Francis up the middle again, and Francis running room makes a cut left side. Francis down near the 10-yard line. First down, Hilltoppers.
Great job by the offensive line. They open up a big hole, and Francis is able to just accelerate through it. And there was nobody on that second level. He was able to take off, pick up plenty, and set up the Hilltoppers at about the 11-yard line now, knocking on the door.
Chardon can get a first down if they can get to the 1. But heck, they want to punch it in right now. Francis will move Columbia just to his right. Under center, Caleb Hewitt goes in motion. Gets the ball, makes a nice cut toward the end zone. Touchdown, Toppers.
Well, Hewitt ran behind Columbia there, got behind the blocker, ran behind him into the end zone for the touchdown. It's good blocking up front. And Caleb Hewitt able to finish it off. Good drive for the Hilltoppers. They overcome that early penalty, get some big plays to get themselves down the field and into the end zone.
Well, it's the score Chardon was looking for and needed for Caleb, his 8th touchdown of the year. PAT attempt is underway, and it is up, and now flags come out as it does go through.
So we'll have to wait and see what these flags are going to be for.
This game just now has the feel of, we're going to have a flag every third play.
Yeah, you start to get a feel for the officiating crew, and look, we've had, 2 times where they have thrown flags. They throw it one time on a punt and another time here. So when flags are coming out on those plays, you get an idea of what kind of night it's going to be. I don't know that we ever saw a signal.
No.
So, all right. Well, a great group of concerned citizens in cooperation with Chardon Schools and the Chardon Athletic Boosters wants to build permanent restrooms and a concession stand here at Chardon Memorial Field. We all agree these improvements are really needed after 24 seasons in the new stadium. Donations large and small are needed. Be sure to check chardonathletics.org for details or call Terry Hegner at 440-226-6367. The plan is to have the new additions completed in time for next fall.
Well, that was apparently a personal foul call. So the kickoff will be moved 15 yards up the field. Seven 7-0 Chardon. And the Toppers going to send that into and out of the end zone for the touchback.
Yeah, when you get those short kicks, you're pretty much always going to see that, so it goes for the touchback. And Rangers will have an 80-yard field here now.
Honestly, I love that. Just go for the...
Yep.
Put it out of the end. Take the return away. Don't give them that. Make them go the 80.
Yep. That was a good job there to get it into that end zone and set up another long field for the Rangers.
Rummel will go under center, trailing by 7. 2 backs behind him will give it to the first man through. And I don't think through is the right word because he never hit that hole.
Oh, he's never able to hit that hole. That play, a little bit of a slower developing run. They were kind of trying to stretch it out a bit, but Hilltoppers got like 4 guys in that backfield there. It's a hard front to run against. It really is. And, I mean, we should not get Lowry as a really good back, and this is just the defense that at this point is shutting him down. But that's what the Hilltoppers do, even to the really good running backs. They shut him down.
Rummel under center will hand it off. Lowry going left side, nowhere to go. Cianza Bello in there to make that stop.
Well, you're trying to run a sweep run there and stretch it out to the other side, but coming from that direction, no one blocked Cianza Bello, and he's just in the backfield waiting, and he pretty much catches Wilson and brings him down for another loss.
You know, it's what makes this Topper defense so good is they can get the penetration not only on the pass but on the run, and they can just wreak havoc back there. Two backs between Rummel, dropping back to pass. Going to step up, looking to throw down the field, and going to throw it well over everybody's head and out of bounds.
Wilson was well covered down there, and Rummel, who's already thrown an interception tonight, decided just to get rid of that one. Another good stand by the Hilltopper defense, just 3 and out for these Rangers, and they're punting again. The offense has not been able to get moving against this Hilltopper defense. The only big play for the Rangers tonight has been that punt fake.
Had a nice punt. Hewitt goes back, makes the... No, he did not call for a fair catch. Caleb breaks one tackle, goes out of bounds just past midfield, and that is where the Hilltoppers will take over.
87 yards for the Hilltoppers in this first quarter, just 26 for the Rangers.
Now Toppers, the last time they had the ball, able to get a touchdown, looking to increase their lead here on this possession. May only see one play before we get a pause and step aside for the end of the first quarter. Francis going to keep it himself going right side. Francis making a cut. Now cutting back left side. Francis has a block from A.J. Bruce. Being spun around and dropped near the 30-yard line. Big first down for the Hilltoppers and potentially touchdown-saving tackle by Braden Sandstrom.
Sandstrom does save a touchdown there, but that was a great play. Yeah, faked A.J. Bruce going to the left like you were going to do a quick screen pass to him, and instead you ran the other way with the QB, and Francis does a great job picking up the big yardage.
With that, the first quarter comes to an end, so we will take a timeout here on GTV.
The Chardon Hilltopper Gridiron Club, in association with GTV, proudly presents Chardon Hilltopper Varsity Football. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Chardon Gridiron Club, Burr Funeral Home, Chardon Smile Center, Achilles Running Shop, Ashes Mayfield Window Cleaning Company, Best Funeral Homes, The Junction Auto Family, Precision Orthopedics Specialties, PRP and Associates, Roniak Paving, Sopchak Natural Health and Wellness Center, and Fit for Life Physical Therapy, TJ Smith Excavating, Remax Tradition, Dan McCaskey and Terry Combs, Residence Artists, El Patron Mexican Grill and Cantina, and the Chardon Athletic Boosters.
Tonight's special Cablecast is funded by your cable subscriber franchise fees, and we'd like to again extend thanks to all the GTV funding communities, including those not funding tonight's contest, for their year-round support. They are Chardon Township, Middlefield Village, Munson Township, and partially funded by the City of Chardon. Thanks again for supporting GTV, and thanks to all our viewers for the support.
Toppers will run it right side, pick up about 3 on that run. And they are encroaching on the red zone here early in the second quarter. Field has been flopped, and now they're heading toward the Crazies. They've got the pink out night supporting breast cancer. Vuyaclia left side across the 25, down, keeping his legs moving to about the 22.
Nice run there by Vuyaclia, going to the left side, able to pick up some good yardage, set up 3rd and short.
After initially getting stopped by penalties. Hilltoppers have cleaned it up a little bit here these last two drives. Fake run. Francis stepping up. Flag coming out. Running across the 10, the 5 in the end zone. Touchdown, Toppers. But I don't think it's going to stand.
Flag back here is at the line of scrimmage. It's in the area of holding again. Let's see what they call. Yep. Holding against Chardon. So last week it was illegal procedures, Matt. This week it's holdings. But they are mounting up quickly.
And Ryan, I understand to a certain extent it's the wing tee, the way that Chardon blocks. They're bound to get a few holding calls during a game, but man,
yep.
With Riverside coming up, the playoffs the following week, they've got to clean this up.
And it's also, it could be a symptom of this officiating crew too, as well. Maybe a little quicker with that flag for those holding calls, but you're right, the bottom line is you can't have penalties next week. You can't have penalties against the playoff competition and expect to just shake them off.
Francis faked it one way, going to go the other way. Francis bouncing around on his feet, spins around and picks up the first down near the 20.
Nice run by Francis there. He bounced to the left side of the line, just kind of took off and was able to get across that 20 enough to move the chains.
Will Francis entered this game with just over 1,000 yards on the season, 1046. That calculates to about a 7.5 yard per run average. Team leader in touchdowns with 11. And the leader in total points with 66 on the ground. And he's thrown one through the air. Bit of a high snap. Francis brings it down. Trying to get it on the right side, and Francis will go ahead to about the 16-yard line. Gain of about 4 on that bad snap.
Good composure, though, by Will Francis there, as he never panicked. He brought that ball in. He gains for, a lot of the teams that you'll see on Friday night, Matt. A high snap like that play is pretty much a guaranteed loss. You're going to see a quarterback fall on it. Francis never panicked. He just grabbed that football, got to the outside, made it a positive play. It's a 3-yard play. That's a good first down run.
Well, we've seen some high snaps throughout the year. That wasn't as bad as a few other of them have been, including that one at Kenston. A.J. Bruce going in motion. They will give it to Vinny Columbi across the 10 to the 5. Vinny nearly stiff arms a Ranger down, but is tackled just shy of the goal line near the 3.
Right, they haven't gone that way yet. They haven't gone with Columbi going up the middle there, so they fake the sweep run to the outside. They open things up for Vinny Columbi, send him through the middle. Once again, good blocking up front by that offensive line.
Now they will bring Charlie Brock and go to a 2 tight end set. Bruce and Columbi, the running backs. The give is to A.J. Bruce in the end zone. Touchdown, Toppers.
Bruce came running in there. They had Charlie Brock slide over to the left to block in front of that, and Bruce ran right behind Brock's block into the end zone for a touchdown.
And now Sam Sostrich out to attempt the PAT, the junior. 5'7", 155. Lines it up, of course. Will Francis, the holder. Good snap. Good kick. It is underway. And it is good. So with 8:44 to go here before halftime, Toppers now up 14-0.
Well, GTV is on the interweb. Yeah, we're on the internet. Our website has some great features, including video on demand. See our shows on your schedule. Live streaming. You can watch both channels anytime. GTV digital photos, over 150,000 digital pictures that you can download for free. GTV's weather station, and of course, our 2 live square cams, one in Middlefield and the one here in Chardon, all available now at geaugatv.org.
Well, the Hilltoppers methodical on that drive. Did it all on the ground and able to get it to pay off with that touchdown. 14-0 now is the score. And it's been unusually quiet here at Chardon Memorial this week. Would have thought that touchdown would have kind of got this place going, but first real cold, or at least cooler night of the year. We are seeing some winter hats out, some gloves, some blankets, some varsity jackets.
You and I were talking about it on the field pregame. It's the first night where at 6:30 it was 60 instead of 70, and that was going to make a difference once that sun. And now the sun's not going down at halftime anymore. We started and the sun was down, so it's that time of year. But it means the best time of year is right around the corner because the playoffs are coming.
That kick will go out of bounds. Ryan, you look at the Ranger offense right now. They've been struggling against this Hilltopper defense, and what do you do right now to get things going?
Well, it's really difficult, right? Because again, I mean, what did Coach Dodd tell us pregame? It's Lowry's our best player, and we're going to run the football, and that's just how he plays. And it's tough to there's no easy answer to how you get going against this Chardon front seven if you're going to run the football. And every team that's run into the Hilltoppers has run into that. And a couple times Rummel's thrown today. He's overthrown the football. He threw an interception. So it's tough going right now for the Rangers offensively. And I'm not sure that there is an easy solution.
Flags a flying. Is this going to be a...
Yeah, it's an illegal procedure. They were trying to run a trick play here, so they were trying to send Rummel out of the backfield at the last second and direct snap it to Lowry. They had three big guys over on the right side to block in front of it, so that was their answer, Matt, to the how do you get this going. But you had some people flinching, a little bit confused on who was going when, and they lose 5 yards, and now the Hilltoppers have seen that play. So let's see what the Rangers come out with this time.
Well, it'll be two receivers near side, one to the far side. Rummel will give it to Lowry, trying to forge ahead maybe to the 31, but again, a lot of black-topped jerseys there tonight.
Yeah, nothing doing there. I mean, maybe a half a yard was picked up, if that. Just a great job by Chardon.
Well, North, at this point in the game, only about 26 total yards of offense. And Ryan, realistically, that was that fake punt.
Yeah, that pretty much their entire offense today. From their traditional set, they have not been able to do much against this Hilltopper defense.
Hand it off to Lowry again. Lowry looking to make a cut, and he's going to be spun around on his feet. The Toppers can't get him. Going to come around the far side, 30, and knocked out of bounds. Wow. They had him for a big loss, but he just spun away.
He's able to gain 3, but you see, this is what we're talking about. Don't get confused by what you're watching. It's just the Hilltopper defense is this good. Lowry is a really good running back, and you saw it there on that play, the way his legs just keep moving. He's able to step out of tackles. He's able to change direction on the field. He only gets 3 yards out of all that because the Hilltoppers defense is that good, but this is a really good running back in Lowry, and the Hilltoppers have to this point shut him down.
3rd and 12 from their own 33-yard line. One back in the backfield. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Rummel dropping back to pass, stepping up in the pocket, feeling some pressure. He's fumbled the football. Toppers pick it up, are racing toward the end zone. Were they in? No, just shy.
Yeah, out at about the 2-yard line, but there was all kinds of pressure coming on Rummel, and he had no chance to get rid of that football. He ends up losing it. Sensabello, I believe, scoops it up and is able to run it down there. And, I mean, he was just shy of getting into that end zone. It looks like they're spotting him at about the 2, but that's the second turnover that this Hilltopper defense has caused tonight.
First and goal, Toppers from the 1. Can't get a smaller field than this. Drago in the end zone. Touchdown Toppers, his second of the night.
He was never touched either. You sent all the blockers through, then you gave it to Drago. He goes to the left, and he's able to get in for the touchdown.
Now Chardon now starting to pull away here midway in the second. They're doing some trickeration in the end zone for 2. It's Charlie Brock.
Nice play there by the Hilltoppers. You get that to Brock. You get it in the end zone. It's 22-0 as they go for 2. It's a play to work on. You don't know when you'll need that play, but go on ahead and run that one, and they're able to get the 2 in there.
I'm just going to say this. In my mind, I think I know why.
I do too.
You got Riverside coming out. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
Got to show Dave Boers some stuff. Keep them on their toes.
That's right. Give them some stuff to look at. All right, well, please remember, nonprofit organizations from our funding communities can send us their announcements of interest at GTV, P.O. Box 336 Chardon. Fax us at 285-9897 or email us at geaugatv@windstream.net.
And, Ryan, you know, Hilltoppers doing something like this, and I'm sure the Beavers are doing something just similar in their game for their game film today.
Yeah, that's what you do. You make sure you put enough stuff on the film to make the other coaches have to think a lot next week. That's what you try to do. So something for, as you said, Dave Boers, just another thing for Dave Boers and the coaches over there at Riverside to have to prepare for next week is that fake.
It also means if the Hilltoppers score and go for 2 again before this half, we got a 30-point game, and if they could keep that going.
And that could be part of it, too. See if you can get some good rest for your starters. Because as we're talking about, it's a huge game next week.
Lowry from the 10, trying to make his way near the 30, but pushed out of bounds. Folks, we do invite you to stick around at halftime. Granted, it's a little bit of ways away, but band's got a great show for you. They promised last week when we spoke with a couple people in the band, they said great shows to close out the year at home. And they're going to have a little early Halloween celebration next week. So mark that one on your calendar, too. Lowry looking for somewhere to go, nothing going. Boy, it is so tough to run against this Toppers defense.
Yeah, I was going to say, same theme for the Rangers here. They want to get Lowry going. He's the key piece for them, and you can't get him going against this Chardon front. They don't let you get the run game operating, and about a half a yard maybe for Lowry.
Second down and about 9 officially. That's what the scoreboard reads. Chardon trying to get some adjustments. This could be a trick play coming the way that North is lined up. They're going to go receiver screen right side. Lowry pushed out of bounds around the 35-yard line.
Able to go on ahead and swing a pass out that way.
And stoppage of play. There is an injury on the field. With that, we are going to take a timeout here on GTV. Isaac Wilson was the injured Ranger. He helped off the field. He looks to be okay. Toppers, do they come up? Forward progress will stop it. And we've got another Ranger down on the ground. Bringing up 4th down, and once again, we're going to step away for an injury timeout here on GTV. Welcome back, everyone. Chardon Memorial will be a 4th down and 3. And that, don't want to speculate, but whichever Ranger that was needed help off the field, could not put weight on a particular leg. Hope that young man's going to be okay. High punt. That's a knuckleball, and it's headed out of bounds. It was interesting hearing Coach Hewitt tonight talk about what he felt was the most difficult thing to do on the football field in any given night.
Yep, and as he said, it's catch a punt. Because, as he said, it's very different than the kickoff where you have more field. You're waiting for that ball to come down, and you got 11 guys charging down the field shouting at you as you're trying to focus on catching this football. And I mean, the way the ball comes at you on a punt, it's a very interesting angle, too. A lot of times, like you just called that one a knuckleball. I mean, these punts have odd spins and stuff on them, so definitely probably the most difficult job in football for sure is punt returner.
Toppers up 22-0, looking to increase their lead. A high snap. Francis picks it up, and Francis will be tackled for a big loss. Boy, second bad snap tonight.
Yeah, Francis was able to pull the first one down. That one was even higher, though, and he couldn't get up to grab that one, and it goes for a big loss. So, 2 high snaps.
Well, I don't know if I'd put it up there as a high of a concern right now as the punts, but you get a few more of those tonight, and you got to start wondering what's going on.
Yeah, it's very unusual. That's one of the things we've had week for week. You're just seeing stuff that you haven't seen.
QB keeper, Francis, back up near the original line of scrimmage, so he picked up at least 12 on that run, maybe more.
Yeah, they were facing a second down and 22, so now at least you're at a third down and about 10 to try to figure out what you want to do to try to pick up a first and keep this drive going.
Columbian Caleb Hewitt will check into the game. Villaclia, one of the guys heading out. So it's 3rd and 8 now for Chardon. 3:20 clock running here before halftime. Francis from the gun, man in motion, going to keep it himself, looking for some blockers near side. Francis gets through the first wave, spun around, picks up the first down as he's thrown down near the 47.
Nice job by A.J. Bruce throwing a block out there. Will Francis runs inside that block, and then he's able to pick up his 10 yards and move the chains. So nice run by Francis. Good blocking there by A.J. Bruce.
Toppers now with a 1st and 10 from the 47. And Will Francis having a good night on the ground. Going to be interested to see what the individual stats are. But he has to be close to 60 yards, maybe 70 by now. Handoff. And it's Vinny Columbi. Columbi up near the 46-yard line. Nice gain on first down. Some hard running right there by the fullback.
Yeah, good job there by Columbi. As the times they've called his number, that's been open. They've been having a lot of success on the outside. Leaves the inside open for Vinny to run through, and Columbi does a great job running there, picking up about 7.
Toppers on the move. 2nd and 3 from the 46. And I think that was Columbi again on the carry.
Yeah, go back to that dive there. You pick up about another yard to set up a 3rd down and 8.
Now his brother will come on as the split end. Officials finally, boy, they were taking a long time to get that ball spotted.
Well, and once they spotted it, they decided to move the chains. So, 1st and 10.
If you're going to do that, just measure.
It shouldn't be that hard to figure out where the football is on a turf field, though, Matt. I mean,
fake to Bruce. Down the field. The ball is incomplete. Was looking for Leo Columbi. Just could not get his hand on it. Now, that was a low pass, and Columbi had to go down for it.
It was low and a little bit behind. Columbi makes a great effort to try to go down there and grab it. Just can't quite pull it out. Hasn't been a lot of passing for the Hilltoppers. They haven't needed it. The run game has been extremely effective tonight.
But as we know, you start to get into postseason, the deeper you go, you're going to need to be able to complete some passes here and there. Asked a couple of those championship quarterbacks. A.J. Bruce looking to bounce outside. Bruce up near the 33, and he picks up a first down.
Yeah, great job there by A.J. Bruce on the last first down run by Will Francis. He threw the block in front of it. This time he gets to take the ball and run it ahead for the first down to move the chains. Good work by A.J. Bruce there.
Got to keep an eye on the clock. 1:38 when they started. Chardon will have 1st and 10 from the 32. We saw some passing in a 2-minute drive last week against Mayfield. Will they do it again tonight? Francis looking to throw left side. Incomplete. Boy, he has been... You have one QB that's been long on his passes, and Francis who's been short on his.
Yeah, that one was just a little short again. Couldn't quite get out to Leo Columbi. He was open. Pass is incomplete, but you're on the part of the field where you can throw and miss on first down because you are in 4-down territory here, so you still have 3 plays to pick up these 10 yards.
No one has used a timeout, so the Hilltoppers have all 3 of theirs, as does North. Francis looking to throw again. Coming near side, that ball is caught and out of bounds. It's Gallinack with the catch.
Yeah, Gallinack runs a nice route there, able to get a step ahead of the receiver, turn on them, make the catch, and pick up about 6, so it's going to be 3rd down and 4.
Big thing that stopped the clock. $1:29 to go here. Tight formation for the Hilltoppers. They will give it to Drago, looking outside, 20, 15, to the 10, 5. Boy, he's looking for touchdown number 3 and came up 5 yards short, but a fantastic run.
Give that ball to Vuyaklia. He goes out to the left side on the sweep, and just not much in that second level for North. So once he gets by the initial line, it takes until he gets into the secondary before someone's coming up to make the stop. Big gain, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Now Toppers have a little bit of room here to maneuver. 1st and goal from the 7. And a flag.
That is going to be the illegal procedure. Early movement on the left side there for the Hilltoppers. Five penalties, 45 yards now for Chardon.
Going to push the Toppers back to a 1st and goal from the 12. Francis looking to throw and...
Had early movement again, I think. Yep.
Now make it 6 for 50.
Looked like it came from the other side that time. So from 1st and goal at the 7 to 1st and goal at the 17 here.
Well, Don Novacek will call a play, and it's going to involve Leo Columbi because he just raced out on the field to enter this one. The give, coming right side. Some running room for Caleb Hewitt in the end zone. Touchdown, Toppers!
Drago Vuyaklia through the block that time. Hewitt runs inside that block, gets into the end zone for a touchdown. So, yeah, back it up 10 yards on those penalties. And matters little for Chardon.
Toppers will keep the offense on the field.
That's kind of what we talked about. It looks like they want to try to get up by 30 to start the second half with that running clock if they can.
And to me, that means we may have seen the last of the starters here in this contest if they can get this 2-point conversion. They give. Looking to bounce it out right side in the end zone. 2-point conversion for A.J. Bruce.
Just kept going as the offensive line was stretching it out for him, blocking those linebackers, and he eventually is able to run around the outside, get into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And when we get to the second half, it will start with a running clock, barring the Rangers getting down the field in the last 50 seconds of this first half here.
Well, it was a very slow start for Chardon. They didn't put points on the board until just under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. But since then, they have piled it on, and they have outworked the Rangers. Total yardage, 215 to 32 at this stage.
Outside of the fake punt, North doesn't have a first down. It's been 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, with a couple of turnovers forced by the Hilltopper defense.
Well, not quite as dominant as that game against Willoughby South, where the Rebels were held to negative 2 yards in that contest.
I would like to see how many yards North has without that pass on that fake punt, because I kind of think they gained around 32. It's got to be pretty close to 0 without that play.
Sosrich. Kick that will go toward the left side of the field, picked up by Lowry across the 20-25 and out of bounds near the 30. Rummel will hand it off. Lowry looking for something, pushes ahead and makes his way up near the 34-yard line. Rangers may have one more snap in them before we head to halftime.
This is one of the best runs the Rangers have managed here today as they pick up 4 yards on first down, but they are in no hurry here with the clock on the half winding down.
It's 2nd and 6. 8 seconds to go here before halftime. Give is to the back across the 35 down to about that's Antoine Graves out of bounds inbound shy of the first down. But regardless, that will do it. We've played a half. Hilltoppers up 30-0. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, you'll be enjoying the halftime festivities here on GTV.
The Chardon Hilltopper Gridiron Club, in association with GTV, proudly presents Chardon Hilltopper Varsity Football. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Chardon Gridiron Club, Burr Funeral Home, Chardon Smile Center, Achilles Running Shop, Ashes Mayfield Window Cleaning Company, Best Funeral Homes, The Junction Auto Family, Precision Orthopedics Specialties, PRP and Associates, Roniak Paving, Sopchak Natural Health and Wellness Center, and Fit for Life Physical Therapy, TJ Smith Excavating, Remax Tradition, Dan McCaskey and Terry Combs, Residence Artists, El Patron Mexican Grill and Cantina, and the Chardon Athletic Boosters. Special thanks for supporting the Gridiron Club goes to the Lodge at Bass Lake, We Were Athletes, Chardon Home Depot. Chardon Hilltopper Football is also brought to you by GTV.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing the 2023 Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band. The band is being led onto the field by senior drum major Charlotte Johns. Our show this evening features rock classics from the supergroup Queen. Released in 1981 and written by all of the members of the band in conjunction with David Bowie, here is Under Pressure. Shines a spotlight on our featured twirler, Savannah Flesher, and includes a drum break composed by our drumline leaders, Chris Bednar, Charlotte Johns, Parker Hegret, Aiden Murphy, and Elias May. Also featuring seniors Aiden Blumel, Thomas Wilkinson, Evan Kuhl, Ryan Dvorak, and Sean Collins. Here is Don't Stop Me Now. your hands together for the Chardon High School Fight Song.
Watch out!
The Chardon Hilltopper Gridiron Club, in association with GTV, proudly presents Chardon Hilltopper Varsity Football. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Chardon Gridiron Club, Burr Funeral Home, Chardon Smile Center, Achilles Running Shop, Ashes Mayfield Window Cleaning Company, Best Funeral Homes, The Junction Auto Family, Precision Orthopedics Specialties, PRP and Associates, Ronyak Paving, Sopchak Natural Health and Wellness Center, and Fit for Life Physical Therapy, TJ Smith Excavating, Remax Tradition, Dan McCaskey and Terry Combs, Residence Artists, El Patron Mexican Grill and Cantina, and the Chardon Athletic Boosters. Special thanks for supporting the Gridiron Club goes to the Lodge at Bass Lake, We Were Athletes, Chardon Home Depot. Chardon Hilltopper Football is also brought to you by GTV.
Welcome back, everyone, as we get set to start the third quarter here at Chardon Memorial. It is the Hilltoppers 30 and the Rangers of Eastlake North nothing. Matt Jaworski, Ryan Radke with you in this Week 9 edition of the high school football season. Rangers go for the onside kick, and they recover. How about that one? Jaden Teague picks it up. I wasn't sure if the ball had traveled the required 10 yards or not before he touched it, but he did come up with it.
And it's going to stand, so I guess it did. And so it's a second aggressive play call by Coach Dodd tonight, coming out for the second half, just because his team is down 30-0. He probably went in there and told his guys they played to get to that running clock. Let's stop the clock. So that was probably the push in the locker room, and comes out and proves to his guys that they're going to go for it by going on that onside kick there.
So Zach Rummel going to hand the ball off to Lowry. Lowry looking to get something going. Nowhere to go. He was just strung out. And the Hilltoppers get in there and they make the stop.
It's been the story for this running game the entire first half, and it carries over to the first play of the second half there. Just not able to get anything moving forward against the Hilltopper defensive front.
And on that tackle is Leo Columbi. It'll be second down and 12 now for Rummel and company. He goes under center, hands the ball off to his fullback, who plows ahead across the 50 and then picks up a few more yards. Austin Gracie with the carry.
And did you see the way he just disappears? He's running, he runs into the defense, and he's just brought down. He disappears at that line of scrimmage. There's just nowhere to run against this Hilltopper front for the Rangers, and they can't get their offense going without the run game. It's not the way North is structured.
3rd and 10. Ball right on midfield. Rummel. One back to each side. It's the give to Lowry, trying to get around the edge, and he will not do it. So many Hilltoppers, so little room to run.
Yeah, trying to go to the right side that time, and there's just nothing there. So they've had some trouble in the passing game. They threw that interception. I find it interesting, though, Matt, that they would go with an aggressive play call like that, onside kick, and then not throw the football one time in that series, run it 3 times, gain no yards, and end up punting the football away.
Well, could be, too, that they've just given up on the pass play at this point in time. Rummel the kick will bounce, and it'll take a north bounce toward the sideline. But the passes have not really been that close, and maybe the thought process is we're just going to cut our losses, try to run the football, and just force that aspect of it.
Yeah, so it's just interesting to see one really aggressive play call and then 3 really safe play calls right after. Hilltoppers will get the football back, and see, it looks like
first
from
unit.
Here it's the first unit still.
So Francis and company on the field. They've outgained North 215-32 at this stage, and they're looking for more. Topper's going to run it right side, picking up a chunk of yards there out near the 25.
Nice strong run there by A.J. Bruce. Going between the tackles that time, not to the outside. He picks up 7.
Boy, Hilltoppers would like to get A.J. Bruce going here as we head into the postseason. He just has not had many big runs, and they would love to see him start to get those. Coming out from it, speaking of a big run, we got one here to the 40, the 30, the 20, and A.J. Bruce into the end zone. Touchdown, Toppers! 76 yards on the score.
Well, I think he heard you, Matt. He just emerges, right? He goes in, he goes between the guard and the tackle on that right side. He disappears into the pile, then all of a sudden he emerges, and he is gone. And it's been the story for the Rangers tonight. There has been no second level. Once a player gets past that line of scrimmage, it's been the secondary that needs to come to slow down the runner. And no one in the secondary is going to be able to catch A.J. Bruce once he's running full speed, and he's able to run past everybody into that end zone for the touchdown.
2 plays on that drive. Toppers march down the field very quickly. PAT's botched. Saucerich had no chance to kick it. And the Hilltoppers will lead 36-0.
Well, tonight's special cablecast is funded by your cable subscriber franchise fees, and we'd like to again extend thanks to all of our funding communities, including those not funding tonight's contest, for their year-round support. They are Chardon Township, Middlefield Village, Munson Township, and partially funded by the city of Chardon. Thanks again for supporting GTV, and thanks to all our viewers for the support. 298 yards to 32, Chardon to North tonight.
Thank you, AJ.
A lot of guys involved in that. But AJ just added 72 on his own. So AJ just ran for 40 more yards on that play than the Rangers have gained against the Hilltoppers tonight.
Says a lot right there.
And as we have mentioned, a lot of that from the Rangers came from that trick play.
Well, if you're just joining us, on the Rangers' first possession of the game, they faced a 4th down. And to the surprise of everyone, they went for a fake punt, completed a pass down the left side, picked up the big first down, got themselves out to midfield. Unfortunately for the Rangers, that was about all she wrote.
Yeah, they end up turning the ball over on that drive, and that about did it. I believe on an interception on that opening drive is how they turned the ball over. And
it was A.J. Bruce that picked it off.
Mm-hmm. As you mentioned, Matt, that throw and then maybe one more dangerous overthrow. Despite the fact they're down, North really has not gone back to the passing game yet at all after that.
No, and I kind of thought that they might try it, but that give their results in no gain.
And if you're going to come one-dimensional against this defense,
Good luck.
Yeah, the game's over. And they sort of became one-dimensional 4 minutes in, Matt. And we haven't really seen the past game since.
Rummel now from the gun will hand it off, and the Toppers get there in a hurry. Pick your black jersey for that stop.
You know they're going to run, right? And that's a play where the ball's got to get back to the quarterback, then he's got to hand it off, and just everyone's coming from Chardon. You got 4 guys in that backfield, and that play is a play that just has no chance of success for the Rangers, and it goes for a loss.
Third down and 11 now from the 26. Rummel dropping back the pass, going to put it up in the air. Caleb Hewitt looking for it, and who comes down with it? It's Caleb. Give him the INT.
And that one was underthrown. So you throw the football again, and that one is underthrown the mark. Caleb Hewitt is in great position there. He's able to go up there and get the INT. So you've had both of your corners, A.J. Bruce and Caleb Hewitt, come up with interceptions.
Ball will be marked on the 37.
But, man, I mean, the pass game's just not there for the Rangers tonight.
Going to see Drayton Allgood check into the contest. Now, he looks to be running the show with the starters. Look to get around the right side, and Caleb Hewitt with the run. Pickup of a couple there.
And in each of the past 2 weeks, we've seen Allgood lead the offense down the field to score a touchdown against what, at the time, was still the opposing team's first group on defense. So Allgood has done a nice job when he's checked into these games.
Now starting to see now a few more new jerseys on the field. Charlie Clark entering the game as well. Be the split end near side. Allgood goes under center. Will give the handoff, and Vinny Columbi crosses the 45 to the 46, moving the pile. And this is something that Coach Hewitt talked about last week when I asked him about Drayton Allgood. He said he has the skills, he's got the speed, but what he doesn't have is the seasoning.
And this is a chance to get that seasoning, right? Everyone's used to the running clock now and good with it, but it used to be something that coaches would lament because they liked the opportunity to get guys out there to get that seasoning on a Friday night late in a contest.
Give us to Hewitt, running room, 45, 40. Hewitt to the 30. One man to beat the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Toppers. 54 yards on the run.
And this is just another dominating performance by Chardon this week as they got that blocking up front. Hewitt runs through it, and you're always watching for it, Matt. This is another defense. A lot of hands on hips, a lot of things like that. The Hilltoppers have worn them down. Their offense has not kept their defense off the field very much tonight at all, and Chardon just wears you down, and Hewitt gets into that secondary, and there's just no chance anyone from the Rangers is going to catch him.
Chardon ups the lead, and they'll go now for the PAT. Saucerich awaits the snap. Allgood with the hold. The kick is up, and it is good. So with about 3:19 to go here in clock, well, clock will officially, stop with 3:18 to go per the rules. But it is Chardon 43 and North nothing.
Well, as you may have heard, the city of Chardon has reduced its support for GTV by approximately 25%. With less support, our staff has been reduced, and we have struggled to hire the extra personnel needed to produce many of our programs. Programs that require added personnel beyond the GTV staff of 2 need financial support to employ those persons. I should say, beyond the GTV staff of 1 need financial support in order to employ those persons. Without that funding due to less staff, we have reduced our programming. We're sorry to say that this fall, we have covered fewer Hilltopper contests than we have in years past. Chardon Township, Middlefield Village, and Munson Township continue to fully support GTV through the cable fee they receive, and we thank them for that continued support.
Well, Drayton Allgood on that possession did some good things there. Was handing off the ball, was working real well with those first teamers. And you have to kind of wonder, Will Francis is the senior. 8 runs, 88 yards tonight, by the way, for him. Caleb Hewitt, 5 carries, 94 yards. And A.J. Bruce, 6 for 93. But if it is Allgood that's going to be the heir to the QB position next year, boy, Chardon will be in some good hands.
Yeah, he's definitely played well in his opportunities. As we mentioned, this is now 3 weeks in a row where he's out there as the quarterback against the first-team defense, and he's brought the team down the field and scored a touchdown.
North with a first down and 10 from the 38. Rummel being chased, will get it off. Ball caught in the 40. 45 near midfield. First down for the Rangers. Their first down on offense this game. Catch made by the tight end Jack Bemi.
Just their second first down altogether. The other one coming on that trick play on the punt. But yeah, they swing that one out there, and that's the first safe pass that they've given. If you're going to talk about the pass, it's the first safe pass they've given Rummel to throw. It's underneath. He's looking for his tight end in a safe spot in the middle of the field, and he's able to complete it and pick up the first down.
And, folks, this is now North's 1 offense against Chardon's 2 defense. Rummel going through the air, puts it up toward double coverage. Incomplete, overshot his intended target. Was looking that time for Brandon Sandstrom.
Well, it doesn't matter who's in the secondary because step for step again with Sandstrom, he couldn't get open down there. And the ball, again, looked like it didn't quite get to the spot. You're going to want to get that more over your receiver's shoulder out in front, hit him in stride, and Rummel just hasn't been able to get the football there tonight.
2nd and 10 from the Topper 49. Rummel hands the ball off. Gracie across the 45 down near the 44. Actually checked it. That wasn't Gracie. That was Alexavier Harris. Jaden Buth gets the stop for the Hilltoppers. And it's 3rd down and 5. About 30 seconds left to go here in the 3rd. Get it out to Lowry coming left side, breaks 1 tackle, spins around. Flag comes out as he's tackled near the first down marker.
This is going to go back on the Rangers.
Now, Riante Lowry, the senior, 5'10", 180. Had 22 touches last weekend. Well, we'll continue my thought after this, folks, because the clock has struck 0. 3/4 of play are done, and Chardon's up 43-0.
The Chardon Hilltopper Gridiron Club, in association with GTV, proudly presents Chardon Hilltopper Varsity Football. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Chardon Gridiron Club, Burr Funeral Home, Chardon Smile Center, Achilles Running Shop, Ashes Mayfield Window Cleaning Company, Best Funeral Homes, The Junction Auto Family, Precision Orthopedics Specialties, PRP and Associates, Roniak Paving, Sopchak Natural Health and Wellness Center, and Fit for Life Physical Therapy, TJ Smith Excavating, Remax Tradition, Dan McCaskey and Terry Combs, Residence Artists, El Patron Mexican Grill and Cantina, and the Chardon Athletic Boosters. Special thanks for supporting the Gridiron Club goes to the Lodge at Bass Lake, We Were Athletes, Chardon Home Depot. Chardon Hilltopper Football is also brought to you by GTV.
Fourth quarter just about set to begin here at Chardon Memorial. Appreciate you being a part of this one here on GTV. It has been all Hilltoppers in this one. Chardon enjoying a 43-0 lead. And Ryan, it's actually very interesting. Toppers have well exceeded 350 yards on the night. But how about this? Unofficially, nobody has run for over 100 yards.
Now, they have the skill players with the speed and the ability that you don't need to rely on one guy, and you've seen that tonight. Nobody's run for 100. 3 have run for 80. 2 have run for 90, as Caleb Hewitt, A.J. Bruce, and Will Francis are all over 80 yards gained on the ground tonight, and so it makes the offense dangerous. Do the officials know where to put the chains?
No.
I was going to say, that's what's happening right now.
Chain gang wasn't...
And the officials can't decide where to put them. Okay, are we good now?
Looks like.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think they realized the quarter came to an end.
No, it caught everyone off guard.
Rummel fakes. Going to throw down the middle. Has a man open, in and out of his hands. They had a potential big play, but Sandstrom just couldn't haul it in.
That ball got to Sandstrom, got through his hands. Probably the best throw of the night there from Rummel. But with the ball tailing a bit late, it allowed that safety to get back into the play, and the safety was actually able to grab onto Sandstrom and prevent him from being able to get a clean catch on that football.
We'll bring up now 4th down and 13. With that, the punting unit comes onto the field. Rummel's kick, fair catch called for, and fair catch made by A.J. Bruce around the 23.
One of the few times the clock stops here for this change of possession.
Well, nice night for A.J. Bruce. He has the interception, and unofficially 6 carries for 93 yards and 2 touchdown runs.
Big night for A.J. Bruce.
Drayton Allgood remains in the game at QB, and Allgood going to run it left side. Brought down after picking up a couple yards.
Nice run there by Allgood, picking up a couple. Get things started offensively.
Well, you look at Division III Region 9 right now, and Geneva, by virtue of their blowout win last night in Madison, now leads the way. They are number 1, but again, they've played an extra game. Allgood will fake the handoff, keep it himself, going down the right side. 40. Allgood 45 where he's tackled. Boy, you just see the explosiveness in his run.
That was a great run by Allgood getting to the outside. And you're right, he explodes into that backfield and he takes off, and he looks like a really good potential option for the Hilltoppers at that quarterback position next year if that is the route they decide to go.
Youngstown Ursuline sits in 2nd place in points, followed by Kenston in 3 and Aurora 4. Akron East, who, for whatever reason, Ryan, it just seems the Hilltoppers always face in the playoffs, at least as of late. Right now clinging to the 5th spot.
Well, going back to 2018, they faced Akron East in the playoffs. They always seem to run into them. Definitely a program on the rise at Akron East.
Allgood will hand the ball off. Running over a couple Rangers and picking up the first down are the Hilltoppers. A little bit of extracurricular going on right there, but nonetheless, Toppers get the first down. Great run by Charlie Clark. VASJ sitting in 6th place. They've got a big matchup tonight against, I think it's St. Vincent St. Mary. So a lot of points for them to pick up. 1st and 10 from the 44, all good. We'll hand it off. Clark again going left. No, that's not Clark. Check that. That's 44, the big man, Charlie Brock.
VASJ was in the North Coast League for a lot of years, but it's been fun to see now they're out of that conference, and there was always a late season game between St. Vincent St. Mary's and VASJ every year, and it's good to see some of those old rivalries coming back for them here now that they're out of that conference and those two teams meeting late in the season.
Gilmore is number 8. US is number 8, followed by US 7, Gilmore 8, there we go, and Canfield 9. Handoff to the right side, spinning around, going nowhere, but a bunch of flags flying out. That was that was Kevin Mannery. Now Chardon, 6 penalties tonight so far for 50 yards. And that's going to be a holding call against the Toppers, so back him up 10. Mentioned Canfield sitting in 9th. CVCA in 10th, and the Hilltoppers sitting in 11th right now.
Yeah, so I was just looking it up because I was like, VISJ, they're playing the Irish this week. Didn't they play the Irish last week? They did. They had Ursuline last week, St. Vincent St. Mary's this week. So that's why they've been playing the Irish 2 weeks in a row.
Now, if their nickname was the Irish, then it'd even be more confusing. All good from the gun. Going to keep it himself as he goes ahead. All good running room. He's gone. Drayton all good for the 3rd straight game. Touchdown Toppers.
Just takes off. I mean, again, you talk about explosiveness. He just takes off, and then he is gone. Huge touchdown run there for Drayton Allgood. The Hilltoppers are PATOA from putting 50 up tonight. And just another dominating performance. This is 3 weeks in a row of dominating football by the Hilltoppers.
Well, I hate to be that guy, but I hope you folks are enjoying this one. I don't think we're going to have this kind of a score next week.
No, but next week's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be a good, tight rivalry game between two really good teams.
Saucerich to PAT, it is up and it is good with 5:51 to go. Toppers 50, North nothing.
Well, GTV is on Roku and Apple TV. You can also get it on your cell phone. That's right, iPhone or Android. All you have to do is look for the Cablecast app in your store and you'll have GTV on your phone. Also, don't forget you can follow GTV on X for all the latest replay news and other important information. So follow GTV on X, formerly known as Twitter, and you'll have all the latest.
I just feel when you say that, I just want to be like, X.
Well, I'll tell you what, Matt. It's been a little chilly and a little windy, but overall, it's middle of October. The rain has stayed away. I'm going to call it 9 for 9. We are 9 for 9 weather-wise this fall so far. We've dealt with no rain of any kind yet. 9 for 9 with the weather this football season. One of the nicest seasons I could think of in a long time on Friday nights.
So help me if it pours next week.
The rain was in the forecast both of these last Fridays, and it went away at the last second, so it has nothing to do with me. Or maybe it does. Maybe I'm keeping the bad weather away.
I'm keep my thoughts to myself right now. 3 times this season prior to tonight, the Hilltoppers had 49. They eclipse it tonight. Toppers will go for the little pooch punt, and it will roll out of bounds. Now, we mentioned the 10 teams above Chardon in the playoffs. You look now at the... I can't say now these next teams are in the playoffs, but likely the teams ahead of Chardon will make the playoffs. Most of them are a lock. A couple, they got to do a little bit of work. But behind them, again, Madison, who lost last night, They're sitting at 12th. New Philadelphia 13, Hawken 14, Alliance 15. NDCL got some secondary points. They're now up to 16, just ahead of Bedford and Cheney 17 and 18, with Dover 19 and Marlington coming in at 20th.
It's a big game for NDCL tonight. They need to beat Padua because they close out their season with a tough one. So they need to beat Padua tonight to give themselves a chance to sneak in late, but I doubt their destiny is within their control.
Padua, one of those teams who you look at their record, and it's a bit deceiving. They, like Chardon, have played a very tough schedule. Now, granted, they don't have the wins that Chardon does, but they have been very competitive. And that's a team that, honestly, I would not want to see come postseason.
No, I mean, the only thing going for the team that's going to see them is Padua's probably going to be in as a 16 in Division III Region 10. So that, puts them up most likely against Toledo Central Catholic in the first round.
Run to the left side, picking up a couple yards there and going out of bounds. Rangers now do have their second unit in with under 4 minutes to go here on this one.
But yeah, certainly nowhere near as difficult a schedule as Chardon plays, but Padua plays a tough schedule, and truthfully, Matt, so does NDCL. They play a difficult schedule as well.
NDCL, that 4-4 record. But, it's high school sports, Ryan, because you look at this and say, if we had just won that game or if we had won that game. But
right, every team can do it. You look at your losses and say, if this one play was different.
To the air, it's intercepted. Hilltoppers, their third pick of the night, racing down the field. Whoa, what a night for the Hilltoppers. And Caden Peterson with the INT.
That was not Zach Rummel in at quarterback.
No, they've got a backup, and I just have not been able to see the number.
No. But another turnover for this Hilltopper defense. It's been a big night for them.
Well, this is one of those situations where
had a flag against the Hilltoppers after the interception, so that pushes them back. They'll start this drive at the 45.
I believe we're going to see a different Hilltopper QB in as well. And indeed we do. It's Chad Prince, the junior. Prince going to send a man in motion and to keep it himself as he dives ahead near the 40. Second and 6. Prince hands it off, racing around the left side. First down and more for the Hilltoppers. Going out of bounds. Getting a big gain. I think that was Kevin Mannery.
Nice run there by Mannery.
Tough to see from our viewpoint here. We've got the Hilltopper tent where they meet on the sidelines.
Perhaps you should ask them to perhaps use clear plastic up there for you instead of the...
No, because you know what? It's still... It's still... Yeah. It's just... If they had more space here on the sidelines. Mannery again, left side looking to finish it off. Cut it, he's in the end zone. Touchdown!
Man, the Toppers just aren't stopping tonight.
21
Their
yards.
offense is on cruise control right now. Every play is a big play.
Well, Chardon. And you love to see this, though, because these young kids coming in, I shouldn't say all young kids. There could be some seniors in there, too. But these kids, They bust their butts. They practice just as hard as everybody else. Great to see them getting the playing time, and great to see them picking up some memories. PAT is up. It is no good, but that was a different kicker, by the way, as well.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity to get young guys on the field on Friday night. And look, it's a good way. Every program has these program kids, guys who are a little bit older that come to practice every week, work just as hard as everyone else. They just don't see the field as much. Gives you a chance to get your program kids in there as well, get them on the field. It's a great opportunity for everyone late in these games to get on the field and get a chance to play. Well, a great group of concerned citizens in cooperation with Chardon Schools and the Chardon Athletic Boosters wants to build permanent restrooms and a concession stand here at Chardon Memorial Field. We all agree these improvements are needed badly after 24 seasons in the new stadium. Donations large and small are needed. Be sure to check chardonathletics.org for details or call Terry Hegner at 440-226-6367. The plan is to have these new additions completed in time for next fall.
That will do it, folks. No need for a kickoff. The time continues to run. It is the running clock situation. And under 15 to go, the Hilltoppers are going to be victorious tonight, 56-0. We'll take a timeout and come back with more here on GTV.
The Chardon Hilltopper Gridiron Club, in association with GTV, proudly presents Chardon Hilltopper Varsity Football. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Chardon Gridiron Club, Burr Funeral Home, Chardon Smile Center, Achilles Running Shop, Ashes Mayfield Window Cleaning Company, Best Funeral Homes, The Junction Auto Family, Precision Orthopedics Specialties, PRP and Associates, Roniak Paving, Sopchak Natural Health and Wellness Center, and Fit for Life Physical Therapy, TJ Smith Excavating, Remax Tradition, Dan McCaskey and Terry Combs, Residence Artists, El Patron Mexican Grill and Cantina, and the Chardon Athletic Boosters. Special thanks for supporting the Gridiron Club goes to the Lodge at Bass Lake, WeWereAthletes, Chardon Home Depot. Chardon Hilltopper Football is also brought to you by GTV.
Fellas, I would say this. I don't know when the season will end, but it won't be because the team is better than us. It'll be because we're self-inflicted. Okay? Like, you've set the table, right? We are as good as any team in Division III. And you've set the stage for a showdown next week here at our field, right? No team, in my opinion, no team is good enough to beat us playing our best. You got me? So if we clean up little things, there's no stopping the Hilltopper train. So I'm proud of you. It means a lot. I can't wait to see what this place is like next Friday. They hate you. You hate them. It's about preparation and execution on a Friday night. Well, congratulations. You're doing what you should do to teams that you're significantly better than. Okay? We got a lot of weapons. Our defense is flying around. The staff will have a great game plan for you. If we clean up a few things, fellas, it's going to be an unbelievable night next Friday. I'm proud of you.
Hey guys, offensive lineman, I don't ever want to have to give that speech again. The difference when we come out of the huddle, when we break the huddle, when we get to the line of scrimmage, we play the game differently. First half we're waddling the line of scrimmage because we're better than them, and we know we're better than them. But then we get sloppy. So let's look, when we break the huddle, every time in practice, every time in a game, get to the line of scrimmage, play the game with some urgency. Okay? It was a great job. 56, fellas. Say it with me. How about that Hilltopper defense? Yeah. Clock is on now, man. Let's go. Sir. Oh, yeah.
Maddox. Not Maddox. You got to score. Half yard line. Half yard? That was the total pile. I think it was the ultimate display of Maddox.
Welcome back, everyone, here to Chardon Memorial. Matt Jaworski, Ryan Radke with you as we wrap this one up. And Ryan, huge win tonight for the Hilltoppers. The most points they've put up this season, a 56-0 victory over North.
Yeah, a little bit of a slow start for the Hilltoppers, but once the offense got going, you just couldn't stop them. And they were cruising down the field tonight, winning 56-0. Big plays from all over the place. 3 players gaining more than 80 yards on the ground, 2 gaining more than 90 yards on the ground. Great defensive performance as well. This is 3 straight weeks of dominating football by the Hilltoppers.
They outgained North 468-54. I think that just says it all right there.
That'll wrap it. That'll do it.
Folks, you look ahead to next week. The Riverside Beavers are coming into town for a huge Week 10 matchup. And the situation is this. A win by the Hilltoppers, and they could jump up into about the 5th or 6th position in Division III, Region 9. Maybe 7. A loss, though, would likely send them to around 11, 12, maybe 13, depending on how things play out.
Yeah, so basically what we're saying is next week against Riverside, a home game in the playoffs is on the line. That's what's on the line Week 10 against Riverside. But you also remember, too, as you're looking ahead to think about where Chardon is. If you're a 5 or a 13, the Hilltoppers are a good team either way heading into this postseason, regardless of where they land. But a playoff game is on the line next week.
Nonetheless, it means you need to get down here to Chardon Memorial to root on your Hilltoppers, as again, they will be facing the Riverside Beavers. With that, want to send a thank you out to all our camera guys tonight, and also executive producer Dave Jevnikar and my partner, Ryan Radke. I'm Matt Jaworski. On behalf of all the rest, we wish you all the best.